Hi, I'm Instructor Jennifer Wallace, and this is Custom Self-Defense. And what I want to touch on in this video is forward momentum when striking or kicking. We talked about it briefly in another video, but I just want to kind of go over this again. So everything is about forward movement when you're countering and when you're striking or attacking. I never want to kick and then bring my foot back. If I kick and my attacker is coming at me really quickly while I'm kicking, I'm going to be off balance when I go back. So Roger's going to lock and then kind of rush into me, and I might grab on you so I don't fall. Okay? Boom, he pushes in. I don't really have much time to counter. Okay? Now I know he's doing that, so I was able to kind of balance more on my feet. But if you're in an art where you tend to keep your weight forward, I tend to keep my weight back, so it allows me more time to adjust without shifting my weight. If you're used to keeping your weight forward, you're going to have a hard time if you're being backed up throwing any type of kicks or strikes. So I always want to kick and come forward. So if I were to kick and come forward, I can strike instantly. So even if Roger is going to block it and try to move forward, and I'm warning you ahead of time, I'm going to strike you, okay? But still, I want you to try to really build up forward. And I come forward, right? I've already struck him. I'm in a position to take him down from this technique because I am keeping that forward momentum. It does not matter what type of kick it is. Now, I will tell you personally, I teach my students not to kick barely ever, because if I'm being rushed at going backwards, it's very difficult to shift weight and kick. And I'll do another video that teaches you how to be able to kick while you're being forced backwards, where you're not shifting your weight, but that's not what we're going to talk about right now. So I always want forward momentum, okay? If I'm going to block, okay, these strikes, right, I want to keep moving through my opponent. I am not going to go like this. Block, strike, kick, boom, 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 right? Why? Because this time Roger is going to come at me like he really wants to come at me. And if he's coming at me fast, he's just going to come at me with open hands. All right? If I try to block with one hand and strike and kick, it is not going to happen very well. And that's what most systems teach, unfortunately, because we do a lot of stationary work. And there's nothing wrong with stationary work, but once you master or get familiar with that stationary work, you have to start putting in movement, because on the street, people are going to move. They are not going to stand here and throw strikes at you. They are going to move forward and try to give you other throwing strikes. So Roger, if he's moving forward, go. Okay, how hard is it going to be for me to block, strike, kick, and do all those types of things? It's extremely, extremely difficult. If you don't believe me, go ahead and try it. Majority of people who come in here, I get people 15, 20 plus years martial arts experience in different types of systems. I come at them like a cat and walk at this speed, and they have a hard time blocking and countering because they're not used to forward movement. So it's very important that you work with forward movement, whether you're throwing a strike, whether you're defending a strike, or whether you're kicking, whatever it is. So again, I always want to move forward. Now, if someone is coming at me hard, I need to get out of the line of attack to keep moving forward. So Roger, come this way a little bit, right there. Okay? I am not going to block and stay right in front of Roger like this, because he's equal to me. So if I stay here and I try to fight him, go ahead and punch, right? Right? And I'm trying to do this, blah, blah, blah. Well, he's stationary, so this makes it easier. But once he starts moving forward, I have huge problems. So my goal is always to try to move off center in one angle or another. And that's why I always talk about my tri-block system of committing to moving to the right or the left. If I'm not in front of him, it's harder for him to strike. He has to maneuver around to come back to face me. So in this case, he's going to come at this. Right? Sorry. Okay? I moved beside him. I kept striking him. I could have taken him down. I stepped to my left in this case. It doesn't matter what he throws as long as I'm committed to moving. This time I'll go the other direction. He comes in, right, boom. Right, come back over. It doesn't matter as long as I have forward momentum. The second that I step for the strike, I already have forward momentum because I'm going past the shoulder, to the shoulder or past the shoulder, or in this case, to the shoulder and past the shoulder. So my forward momentum is already built. So what I want you to take away from this is if you're going to throw a strike, a kick, your opponent blocks you, keep going forward, even if he blocks you out of the way. You just saw that. Roger did one of my blocks from the tri-block system. He rerouted that kick. Okay. I'm going to keep going forward and trying to attack him. Now, if he went forward like he was supposed to, I would have had a hard time countering. I always want to move forward. Same thing with a strike and a block. I want to move forward when I block. I want to move forward while I'm striking. Okay? I want to go through my opponent, but I'm not going to go through him this way. He's bigger, he's stronger, he may be more skilled than me, and if I stay right here, I'm probably going to get my rear end handed to me, so I have to move at angles, and I have to move forward. So if you're in the habit of kicking and setting back, stop. Because that's what you're going to do on the street, and you're going to get bowled over and attacked, and it's going to be very difficult for you to recover. Make sure you practice kicking and coming forward. Then reset if you want. Kicking and coming forward, okay? Again, kicking, coming forward, then reset. So you're always in that forward movement. Again, my name is Instructor Jennifer Wallace, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and this is Custom Self-Defense.